I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong, but I can write a song. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, my sweetheart.
Hi, or should I say Salam Alaikum, and welcome to our SS Marine Shield kite test update here in Egypt. My name is Morgan Fahey, owner of Soul Kitesurfing Centre, located in Ras Sudr, South Sinai, Egypt. My team and I operate a kitesurfing centre that offers kitesurfing lessons, kite repairs, kite safaris, and retail sales of kitesurfing equipment. Last time I was back home in New Zealand, I sprayed my 2012 Cabrina 11 metre switchblade with SS Marine Shield, purely to protect against the sun's UV light. From the initial spray and testing in New Zealand, I found the following results. 1. New kite look. The kite was brand new out of the bag again. All the colours had been restored and it had this nice shine across the kite. 2. All pin-sized holes were filled. 3. Water retention. Any water that came into contact with the kite canopy material would pull together and bead off. 4. There was more power. And 5. More stability. The kite felt more rigid in the air when it was flowing. A 37-hour flight and 7 months later, our testing out here in Egypt has given us some interesting results about the spray and what it's done for the kite. Before I explain our findings, I'd like to quickly illustrate the environment that we are kitesurfing in out here. We are based in the South Sinai Desert, 2.5 hours south of Cairo and 3.5 hours north of Sharm el-Sheikh. The sand out here is made out of granite, limestone, basalt and sandstone. The average air temperature in summer is 33 degrees Celsius. The average water temperature in summer is 27 degrees Celsius. The wind blows from the north-northwest direction for up to 9 months a year, averaging between 15 and 18 knots. Over summer, there's no cloud cover out here. The salt content in the Red Sea is one of the saltiest bodies of water on the planet. Fresh water has dissolved salt content of up to 5% or less than 5%. Average dissolved content for world seawater is 35%, and our average dissolved salt content in Ras Sudr here is 40%. The combination of all these factors makes it challenging for any kite to last very long out here. For the past 7 months, I've been testing my 11-metre kite in these conditions. Over 184 days I've used my kite on average for 2 hours per day. This includes riding time and also leaving the kite exposed on the beach at random times during the day. This is what I've found. Instantly, the kite had more power, pulling more like a 13-metre than an 11-metre kite. This was great in the lighter winds. It was also great because it still turned relatively fast. Unhooking, straight away I found out that the kite would backstall and drop out of the sky, so it felt like there was too much power in the kite. We solved this problem by quickly extending the back lines and putting an extra 10 centimeters on the back lines. After about 3 months, I started to notice the applied SS Marine Shield along the leading edge was starting to flake off, like old paint on a wall. The solution? More adhesive is required to Dacron areas to protect from the harsh sand that's rubbing on the kite. The Dacron areas on the struts were unaffected. After 4 months of being in the desert and a lot of hard crashes from beginner students, the 11-metre kite was ripped from the leading edge back to the trailing edge. Quickly fixed and back out flying. 2 weeks later the kite was dropped again moderately, performing a trick, and it was ripped again from the leading edge back down to the trailing edge in the same area on the canopy of the kite. Repaired and back out testing in the school for lessons. 1 week on, 3 students, and approximately 6 hours later we started noticing that the kite had horizontal cuts along the back of the trailing edge. This is an area of the kite that is prone to deteriorating quite quickly. This can happen due to the kite material getting old and the constant flapping in the wind. Maybe with the increased ability to catch more wind and generate more power, it's putting more stress on the kite canopy material, and that's why it's starting to split. Ideally, what I'd like to do now is take 2 new kites, brand new kites, spray one and test them both together out here in the desert and see what happens. To conclude, I think SS Marine Shield is a great product for performance. The efficiency that it allows for a kite to capture wind is great. I think it'll go very well with kite racing. For schools, I think further testing needs to be done. So stay tuned with us as we get our hands on 2 new kites and spray one and leave the other one untreated and see how we go. Cheers.